welcome to a brand new series here on, brand new episode here on Glengarry. So from the first episode, as you hopefully saw, if you haven't checked it out already, go and check it out. If I remember at the end of this video, I will put a link in the description. But from the first episode, we did some silage, some corn silage on field 23, which is just up by the farm, and today the contracting continues. We have got to do some combine contracting on some oats. So I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic day. Mine's not going too bad, mustn't complain. And yeah, we're going to crack on. Busy. So for those of you that haven't seen the first episode, or haven't seen, and in that episode I sort of tell you what this save's all about. So this save is about contracting Glengarry, which is in Ireland, or at least this map is based in Ireland. And yeah, we're just going to do some contracting and see where we go, really. It's hopefully going to be a really good series. I must admit, I'm really looking forward to it, and it's been something that I've sort of wanted to do for a while now, but sort of, I don't know, just never really seemed to have got round to it. But here we are. So, as I say, the payment's in from the first contract, and as I say, we're now busy with the second one. We've got some cultivating to do as well. Whether we do that in this episode, I don't know, because this is quite a big field. So whether it's going to be sort of a contract, an episode or not, I don't know. I mean, if we get to the point where there are small contracts, and if I remember correctly, the cultivating one I think might be a fairly smallish field, then what we will do is we'll take on another contract and we'll do the two in the one episode. But yeah, so as I say, really looking forward to it, this series, and it's hopefully it's going to be a good one. The goal of the series is that we're a contracting firm, probably not going to go all out on the animals and the factories and stuff like that. We're just concentrating really on arable and as I say, arable contracting. Really, we will have some animals ourselves. So we'll probably do the pigs and we'll probably do cows, but I don't know. I sort of not really decided too much on that yet. It depends on sort of how things go in the first sort of year and a half of the business, because obviously we're on hard settings as well. So not that I'm sort of kind of worried that we'll go bust, but at the same time, we want to move the business forward, and we want to get sort of nice and big. And we've started off with fairly average machinery. Again, in the first episode, I did a machinery tour at the beginning and a farm tour, showed you around the farm, showed the machinery that we've got. I've tried to keep as much of the machinery as I can sort of faithful to Ireland. So we've got like is it Dooley trailers, I think, or Donnelly trailers, stylish trailers, and then those grain trailers as well. We as we go along, we will progress. We will move up to to bigger equipment. I mean, obviously we're not, the map's not big enough for me to go up to the the massive equipment, and I don't think the save really requires it either. You know, there's I'm going to be starting a new series as well. Hopefully this week. Every week I say this, and I just don't quite get round to having enough time to fully test the map that I'm going to start it on. We've also got the Oaks coming out at some point as well in the next sort of week to maybe three weeks or so, and I'd also like to do some videos on the Oaks as well. It's a very popular map. I played the first version, really loved it. The only reason I didn't really do a series on it was because I couldn't get auto drive to work properly on the map. It worked on some fields, but it just wouldn't work on other fields. Other fields, you would set it up exactly the same way that you would set it up normally, and what would happen is it would just say can't calculate path, and that's all I get on some fields. And then, you know, like the field next door, I do exactly the same again, and it works an absolute treat. So that's kind of why I didn't do a let's play on it, mainly because that is a massive map, and that is a lot of work if you're going to start sort of, you know, trying to corn cart everything myself. So far so good on this map. Everything has you know, sort of worked fairly well, I think, and you know, as I say, we had very few issues in the first episode, and as I say, really am looking forward to this. Again, something different that I wouldn't normally sort of do. So yeah, just, you know, keep going. But as I say, we've got hopefully a new series coming out this week, and the new series is going to be farming more to what I was used to when I was at work. So it's kind of loosely based on the second farm that I worked for before I had to give up work. And as many of you know, that I had to give up work because of ill health. Otherwise I'd still be working there today, and you know, still having a great time. But yeah, so that save is going to be very loosely based. I mean, it's not set anywhere near where the farm that I worked on was. You know, the farm and the map have no correlation in the sense of where I worked, but the actual things that we will be doing on that save, and some of the things that I'm hoping to achieve with that series will relate to what goes on the farm, you know, then when I worked there, and still today. About a month ago or so, anyone that watched an episode of Britain's where I think I was baling, hay, and I sort of told you that I got invited up to the farm where I work to have a go in my Challenger for sort of one last time, really. Before it was being sold, the young lady that took over from my job, and obviously in taking over my job, she got the equipment that I used. So very quickly on that farm, you get your own equipment, you get your own specific job roles. Yes, you have to be fluid, you have to be able to go between any job, so you're trained all the way through the farm on every bit of kit, from spraying, fertilising, combining, potato harvesting, sugar beet harvesting, everything. And every job on the arable side, if you're on the arable team, you are trained to do, so that if, God forbid, anyone should become ill, or anyone goes off, or holidays, or anything like that, you know, they've always got someone that can step in, and that was that was my job role. And obviously the young lady, Kerry, took over from me, from my job role, and she took all my equipment, which was my seed drill, my ploughing, my cultivator, my subsoiler, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so I got invited down to the farm to drive my Challenger for one last time. I had the Challenger brand new. I had it bought brand new about 3 months into my career on the farm, which replaced a Challenger C series that I had, and we changed it with the MT765E, and I also had an MT875E as well, and that usually did all of the big work. As I say, throughout sort of many episodes I've explained all that anyway, but at the moment I seem to be sort of getting quite a lot of new viewers and some new subscribers as well, so that's just a sort of quick brief update. But yeah, so that let's play is going to be based on my job, but from a different perspective, which I'm looking forward to trying. Again, something normally I wouldn't sort of try and do on Farming Sim, but I fancy having a go at it, and let's see if I can make half a job of it. So yeah, hopefully that, as I say, that will be this week. But through through sort of doubling my workload and making sure that there is a much wider variety on the channel rather than just doing 3 series and sort of 1950s on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, Britain's was Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Carmlan's was Saturday and Sunday. I'd sort of kind of felt that the channel had began to sort of stagnate a little bit, and decided that I needed to kind of try and sort of freshen things up and sort of keep every day new in a way. Although we're gonna obviously every week there'll be at least one Glengarry, there'll be at least one 1950s Britain's, Carmlan's, etc. But in between all of that there will be new stuff as well. There'll be, as I say, there's at least 2 more Let's Plays coming. There might be a third, but the third, interestingly enough, will be on a completely different game, but still related to farming. So it's still going to be a farming game, but it'll be a completely different game. I bought it yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't had time to load it in or to play it, or to sort of kind of see whether it is going to be worth doing a series on. I have watched a couple of YouTube videos on it, and there is only a couple that I could find, and it looks very interesting, and I think there is enough in the game for it to be a YouTube series. And again, very much looking forward to doing that, because there's not many people doing it, and again, it's something new for me and a new challenge for me to try and sort of get my head around. So again, looking forward to that. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, because as I say, I'm looking to do I'm looking to stay faithful to the series that I'm already doing. I'd kind of felt until I started doing things this way that Britain's had kind of come to its sort of natural conclusion. However, since doing it this way, I've got sort of kind of a new lease of life for that series, and that's hopefully now going to be start to really pick up again and really start to be very different, which is great. 1950s farm is 1950s farm. I love doing that farm. I love the history behind it. I love the tractors behind it. I love everything about that, and that's, as I've said before, that's going to go long into the next iteration of Farming Simulator. So long into playing the new game, we're still going to be doing 1950s farm, because I absolutely love everything about that. So we'll... Whoa! Why would you do that? Well, auto driver's never ever done that to me before. Ever. Wow. Didn't see that come in and didn't expect that. Usually auto drive is really well behaved when it comes to sort of driving around objects and machinery and stuff like that. Normally it sort of gets spot on nearly every time. Oh, well, there we go. That was a surprise. But as always, I don't cut it out. You know, I kind of like to play naturally, and you know, and these things do happen. It's a computer game after all, and you know, these things from time to time do happen. So I as I say, I do tend to leave that sort of stuff in. It looks as if now we've changed tractors, and now we're going to get this one, so Lord knows what happened to him and why he quit. But to be fair, if he's going to drive into the combine, then he's going to get fired, quite frankly. So we'll see how this one goes, but they're going to have to hurry up because we're virtually at a full tank. But yeah, so as I said, we've got some cultivating to do next. And the other thing as well on this save that we're going to do that, again, I've not used the equipment for any sort of serious length of time. I've sort of had a go with it on I have a save where I just sort of do and try different things, but we're going to try doing horse hay, and doing it the horse hay specialist way, which is with the bale accumulator and the small Massey Ferguson baler. And as I said in the first episode, that's kind of a nod towards a farming channel that I watch on YouTube, which is called Inside. I think it's either Farmer Insider or Inside Farmer, and they specialise in hay for the horse market. And honestly, their videos they're also contractors. They're in America. They're an American firm. They're, as I say, and they're also contractors, arable contractors, on quite a large scale. But their sort of main source of income is their specialism in horse hay and horse hay production, and it is an absolutely fantastic channel. And the guy that does the channel is an absolute superstar. He's a really, really lovely person, and they really go to great lengths to look after their workers. And it reminds me so much of where I worked, because as I say, the farm that the new series is going to be based on, they could not do enough for their staff. Honestly, I've had quite a few jobs over my life, and I've never worked anywhere where the most important thing to them is making sure we're happy. Once they know we're happy, then then it becomes about the farm. But every single person is looked after, and as long as you kind of respect that, respond to that, and work hard, and sort of get on with your job, and whatever. As I say, they were 5,000 acres of owned land, and then another 3,500 acres. Well, between another 3,500 and another 5,000 acres of hired and rented land each year for potatoes and onions, carrots. The list is endless. Cauliflowers, lettuces. Yeah, so as I say, but go check out the I'm sure it's called Inside Farmer. I'm sure that's the name of it. And give them a subscribe, because as I say, they really are it really is a fantastic channel and a really great farm. But yeah, anyway, I have gone on for far too long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you over to some music. I'm going to do a little bit of time lapse. We'll get this field done. We'll see how long the time lapse has been going for. If it's been going forever, then we'll probably end the episode. If not, we'll come along and we'll bale it. We're going to bale all of our straw that we have, and we'll be using the small Massey Ferguson. I would like to at some point get a bigger baler just for the arable side of things. I would like to get a bigger baler for that, and also as well, if we do silage bales, we're going to need a bigger baler as well. So we'll naturally we'll go for a round baler at some point, just so that we can do the round straw bales and round silage bales, and we don't need sort of 3 balers on the farm, because that's you know, that's a waste of money when we can buy, you know, sort of one baler and it be more than good enough. But for now, we'll use the small Massey Ferguson baler, and that'll be the job straight after this, is to come in here, get it baled, get it accumulated, and then get it collected with the JCB and the flatbed. But as I say, enough going on and ratting from me, or chatting, I meant to say, and I'll see you at the end. So bye for now. And I'm back. So that's got harvesting and bale finished, or baling finished. We will just pop off and sell these, and then which brings a little bit of extra money into the farm, but not too much more money. But you know, we may as well take advantage of the situations as they are. So we'll get these sold, and then we'll drive back to the farm. Then that will be it for this episode, and then the next episode we've got some cultivating to do, and we have also got some I think actually it's just cultivating for now. Yeah, I think it's just cultivating for now. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I'm sure it's just cultivating. Do you know what? That is actually very handy that I was able to do that. That I was just able to go round in a loop, because that was going to be awkward backing that trailer around there. But yeah, so no, as I say, we've done well today, and I'm well pleased with the way things have gone. And as I say, tomorrow we'll move, or next episode we'll move into some cultivating, and no doubt there'll be some ploughing. We've got our own straw to bale as well. There's a few grass contracts now that have come available, so we'll do them as well. The grass contracts will be more likely to do a lot more of them off camera than on camera, just because you know, they can get a little bit tedious, if you like, for the want of a better word. So I am lost. Yeah, I want to be down there. And yeah, so as I say, I might do one or two of them off camera, but yeah, ploughing, you know, all the other contracts will be, you know, sort of doing them as we go. As we go more and more and more through the save, I am hoping that the contracts will become more and more, because there's not many contracts on there at the moment, and it does concern me, because we're a contractor, and if there's no contracts, then we're going to struggle. I know we've got 3 fields of our own, but even so, anyway, we'll just park this up round here, because we're going to need it again anyway. But we'll just park it up. I've sort of been trying to get into the habit of putting my stuff away as and when I use it, just so that it you know, is easily accessible and findable the next time I want to use it. Because I do have a nasty habit of just dropping things off, picking the next thing up, and then suddenly I can't find it. But anyway, so that's that in there. As I say, I've cashed in the harvesting contract as well, so we've done that. And yeah, if you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel, say it every time. And all that's left for me to say is, I've really enjoyed having your company on this episode, and I really look forward to you joining me next time. Bye for now.